Now for your sports, let's kickstart this edition with your soccer news, where Bafana Bafana coach Mashaba has made 4 changes to his side to play Ghana in the final Africa Cup of Nations Group C match in Mongomo, Equatorial Guinea tonight. Well, the national side needs to beat Ghana, of course, to stand a chance of qualifying for the quarterfinals. And the match kicks off at 8 p.m. tonight, Central African time.
Bafana Bafana coach Mashaba has made the unprecedented move of selecting a third goalkeeper in as many matches, Brilliant Kuzwayo, while Rivaldo Kotsia returns from injury to the heart of the defense. Mandla Masango replaces the injured Upa Manyisa in the midfield, and Bongani Ndulula gets a start up front. Substitute striker Bernard Parker believes the starting 11 has the fighting spirit to face up to the daunting challenge of getting out of the so-called group of death.
I think this game is going to be more tougher than the previous two. So I think it's up to us players to get ourselves ready. We fight. We fight. We get injuries, but I think the guys who's going to come, who's get an opportunity to play, I think we know what is expected.
Meanwhile, Sports Minister Fikile Mbalula, who is in Mongomo in the Equatorial Guinea with the team, has echoed sentiments of millions of South Africans in believing that Bafana Bafana can pull off the win.
I'm predicting a win for South Africa on Tuesday. Ghana must, I don't know what they must do. They must get their juju, I don't know from where, but it's going to be very tough for them. We've got not only surprises, I think they are in for a high jump.
The South Africans need a win in their final Group C match against Ghana tonight and hope results elsewhere go in their favor.
Well, let's now try and get a hold of SABC sports reporter Lindani Mbense, embedded with the team in Mongomo, to get a feel for the mood in the camp ahead of this all-important clash, of course, against Ghana tonight. Good afternoon, Lindani. Thank you so much for your time.
Good afternoon to you and all your viewers.
Now, I must tell you, Lindani, that the calculators are out in South Africa. We are literally calculating how many points we need, and if this team wins, what happens to that team. And some are praying for a miracle. But what is the mood like over there?
Well, the mood, I was just hearing from your story with Minister Fikile Mbalula. The mood is, I think, as it was when the team came to this Africa Cup of Nations. The belief is all still there. The boys are really desperate and they're really hungry to do well in this competition. Their attitude at training hasn't changed, even though the results haven't gone their way. They've just had that fighting power right through. At press conferences, you can hear from, the guys that we get to interview that, the coach is really giving them that sense of belief, because the Bafana Bafana has been playing great football, but it's the only problem and the only challenge is that results have not gone their way. So, when you get to competitions this big, you can play as well as you want, but it's not playing well that gives you results. You need to score goals. So they know that scoring goals is going to be vitally important today. And, the permutations for today is that, first and foremost, Bafana Bafana must just win their game and then hope that Senegal can beat Algeria. That's the easiest way through. So they're hoping for that. But I'm just saying that Bafana must just win their game and the rest will take care of itself.
Absolutely. Now, Lindani, you mentioned Coach Mashaba expressing his sentiments there to the team. But we also understand that he seemed especially upset at the press conference after the Senegal match. What has he been focusing on over the past few days? Some of his strategy, perhaps, that you can share with us?
I think he knows that one of the team's biggest challenge and biggest problems is that final third. We've lacked a person who's really hungry to score. I mean, Bafana Bafana in the past has had strikers like Benny McCarthy. The reason why Benny McCarthy became world-recognized players is because they knew they were strikers when they took attempts at every possible moment. Because as a striker, if over 90 minutes, you get 50 strikes at goal, at least 4 of those will possibly go in. But if you're going to take 1 or 2 strikes over 90 minutes, the percentages don't work in your favor. So one of the things that they have been working in training is that once we step into that box, the first person who gets that ball needs to strike at goal. The midfielders, if they are going towards that box and there's an open space, they need to strike, because the goalkeepers that we have seen, they haven't been at their best. So taking a shot just gives you that 50% chance of scoring. So, but I think the first thing is that you have to take that strike. You have to know, the opposition has to know that at any given moment, you're going to take an attempt at goal. And that's how you get your goals.
Thank you so much, Lindani. Here's to hoping that the next time we do speak to you, it will be about how Bafana Bafana are faring in the knockout stages. That was Lindani Mbense, our SABC sports reporter, live in Equatorial Guinea.